All right, so we just finished filming all the questions that, the answers for all the questions that Malcolm March sent us. We are on our way back, and that's why the lighting is terrible. It's just a interior car lighting from Canadian Nationals. We are white. Look at this. Look at these faces. All these faces are dead inside. Our soul has gone on vacation. We are exhausted. I'm going to put my hat back on in order to avoid much more glare. But I guess this is our time to do that thing. Like, we were excited going into Nationals. We've been answering a bunch of Malcolm's questions, which has been getting us through the trip. But it's time to kind of bring it down, hash it down. How was our whole experience? How did things go? And how did we feel about the way things went? I'm going to let Aden, Mr. Aden, our driver, start off so that we can get him done sooner.
I think I had fun. I certainly was happy that the Battle Royales on the last day, which would have been today, Sunday, were Batman and the Animated Series. Kind of a nice little kick for those of us, or those who weren't able to go to their pre-releases that were being held this particular weekend, to kind of get a, oh hey look, you know, the advanced, their pre-release feel to it. That being said, I would have liked to have gotten another. I'm going to run on that bad girl thing, because, and Amber's going to be like, you're complaining about nothing. You're complaining about nothing. It's like, I've just won the lottery for the 4th time.
I'm tired of winning the lottery.
I'm tired of winning the lottery. But yeah, no, I think that even though, I mean, I didn't place or anything like that, and I spent most of the time doing battle royales and stuff like that, I really don't like going, I don't go for these things to play, you know, like, I really go to have fun.
Those are my favorite noises ever.
You're welcome. I will send you an audio CD for your birthday.
Oh, no, it's okay. I got it.
Okay. It's on repeat. It's my ringtone when I call you now.
Call us at 1-800-GET-ADEN's Weird Noises, and you too can own the MP3 of
I just liked it because we like afterwards, going out for dinner, hanging out afterwards, that's the kind of fun, because I mean, for a lot of us, this is our vacation. And this is the time that we go away. We get to do something that we like, in addition to hanging out with people that we not normally see on a regular basis, but we know enough that we can talk to them and hang out and have fun and everything like that. And some of the best times is really, in all honesty, battle royales. And it's just the stuff that gets said and the stuff that just comes up. It's just like, oh my gosh. Like with the last game that we played, you, Amber, and Mike White, and
Jason Keem.
And Sharif.
Oh, Sharif. Okay.
It was just, that was just pure and utter, like, oh my god, Amber, like halfway through it was like, Amber's playing nothing but the elderly. And your point total was what, like 150? 150. And it was just like, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at her, I'm like, yeah, they're all old people. And it was fun, and you get to have that crazy nonsense, non-serious, it's a good way to let off the steam. I think that if you haven't done well, or you've had like a particular bad roll, it's like, you know, type thing.
Check out volume 2.
Type of, you know, method of getting it resolved. So I mean, I had a lot of fun. Yes, I didn't do anything. I came back with a lot of good times. Got some good figures, and the ID cards, which I love to have. I have a lot of now, and yay me. And that's about it.
All right. Amber.
I enjoyed my weekend. I managed to go to not one but 2 Batman pre-releases. I pulled a Bane and a Chase Batman, so I can't really complain about that. I got to play a lot of fun Heroclix between the pre-releases, and I hit up 3 battle royales. I also had a lot of problems over the weekend, and some that I'm not going to discuss, but I basically, I was describing my Saturday as 12 hours of psychological torture, to the point where I'm very seriously considering never playing competitive again. So that being said, like, I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. I liked getting out and seeing all these people. We have friends that this is the only time we get to see them. Is they're from the States, and we only get to see them when they come up for big tournaments like this, or we go down. I had one point where I can't see past Jason's head.
That's fine. You're still in frame. You're still in frame.
I had one point at the pre-release where we had Team Pusheen coming up from Jersey, and they're like, "Oh, we just crossed the border into Canada," and I was like, "That's great. We're in a car right now driving to a pre-release because what else are we gonna do on the Friday night?" And they're like, "Text me the address now. We'll come." And he's like, "Do you think they could pull it off for push it for 15 minutes? Because we will come." I'm like, "Yeah, I think we can do that. Let's do that. We can do that." And then they came in, and then basically I spent 10 minutes hugging one of my friends because I'm like, "I haven't seen you in a year and a half. You're just gonna have to deal with this." And he's like, "Has it really been that long?" I'm like, "Yes, it's been a year and a half. You need to deal with me hugging you." But yeah, so I'm walking away from the weekend happy, and I did enjoy myself, and I did have a good time, but I had a really, really horrible Saturday.
Emily, the highest placing person in the car.
Yeah, I had a good weekend. I mean, it's hard when you have to face your friends and your local people, and knowing that when you're winning, they're losing if you're facing them, but a lot of fun at the pre-release on the Friday night. Saturday I did 3 grinders. I did 2 sealed and 1 constructed. I ended up making it into the second day in the second sealed qualifier, thanks to people who had already qualified and it ended up getting passed down. And so that was 9 rounds of Clix yesterday. No time for battle royals. It's long, it's mentally exhausting, but it's always fun. Today I ended up going 4-1 in the Swiss, and I made it into the top 8. I was 6th, and it's always a good feeling when you beat somebody who when you get paired and you see the name of the person that you're facing, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this is a really good player. I don't know if I can do it," and then you manage to actually to get through it. It's like I had butterflies in my stomach all day by winning some of the matches I did, and it ended up being Patricia and I facing in the top 8, and in those last couple of minutes, she beat me out. It was close. It was really close, but I'm thrilled. I've never done this well in a tournament. I now have a Worlds qualification, and I will enjoy battle royaling there that I didn't get to do this weekend.
Did Patricia come 3rd?
She came in top 4 at bare minimum.
No. I mean, when they cut to top 8, was she 3rd?
Yeah, she was 3rd. I was 6th.
Okay, because I'm doing it in my head, and
You're doing the brackets?
Yeah, I'm doing the brackets in my head. I'm like, I don't remember her being 3rd. But then again, I probably wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall.
You know what? It's because they didn't call 3rd. They were like, "First place, Devin. 2nd place, Tom. And then they're like, "Patricia."
Overall, my weekend was pretty casual until Sunday. I had it pretty easy. I won a WKO in the fall, so pre-qualified. Some of you who are watching this kind of stuff know. So I spent my Friday with everybody else at the pre-release. I think I won pretty big at the pre-release, even though I only went 2-1. I got the Chase Superman and the Ventriloquist in my packs, so no complaints there. And then the Saturday was my day to battle royale and collect, accumulate, and geez Louise, get all the junk. As far as con exclusive figures are concerned, I've picked up the Daredevil and the Joker con exclusives, so I was pretty happy with that. A fair number of the ID cards I just couldn't keep track at some point. I had to keep asking Amber which ones we had. It was a little insane. And then when we got to Sunday, I was game on, ready to go, well rested, I wasn't as frazzled as others. And I had my team ready to go and not very well practiced, but I kind of knew my numbers. I'm at that point right now where I can get a couple practice games for feel and kind of know what things are, but there will still be some gaps in knowledge, and this time it was map knowledge. And when I say map knowledge, I mean knowing which maps to bring in for certain matchups. Because I only had planned on using one. It was the Underground Cavern. I really should have brought Wakanda for the X-Men matchup, as I missed out on how good that was. Emily has finally got her revenge on all those times I've one-upped her. Not by much, but she got me. Actually, if you looked at the map, she definitely beat the crap out of me, but the actual score was a lot closer, because I did to her what everybody who had a team similar to her did. I just killed all their ID guys. Because this is not a meta where you get to hide those very often anymore. Anyway, long and short of it is I ended up in 11th place, and because of the way that qualifications work now, if you're already qualified for Worlds, your qualification passes down, and the pass down went to 10th place. So 1 place above me got qualified for Worlds. Now, I don't know, that could change, because I know somebody was talking about how it should be the same as U.S. Nationals. It should have been top 50%. Who knows? I'm not going to speculate on that. I'm going to just accept the fact that I got 11th. It means I have my work ahead of me in Worlds. And I've got to get another WKO win to make the next year work for me. But I can't tell you the difference of feeling when you talk to Amber and Emily and Aden, and they made their attempts to qualify, and it's defeating when you can't, or it's hard work when you have to do it, and then you have to come in the next day still kind of frazzled from all of that. Whereas I kind of went in very, very calm and collected. Like, mentally, I think I was probably the most prepared for this tournament. And it felt good. But there's things about the experience that could have been better, and that's just something I don't need to address on camera. And for the most part, it was an enjoyable time. It was great seeing everybody. I want to congratulate PJ Bolin, who's was a regular for the show for a while, and is now the 5th American to win Canadian Nationals.
I'm moving to Mexico. I figured I could probably do it just as well there if I went down to Mexico. How meta is the Mexican Heroclix tournament?
Actually, Patrick Uboko during his year of domination couldn't win in Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he also couldn't win in Canada then either. So,
oh well,
because we're weirdos. That was his excuse. Anyway, that said, overall, awesome weekend. I can turn off the camera, turn off the lights, so we can drive for the rest of the time and talk to each other instead of our camera.